Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So I don't typically do a ton of brand dedicated videos. However, I just got a very exciting package in the mail. So I get emails from brands all the time, and I really only ever choose to work with them if I feel like it's a product that I will actually like and am excited to try out. So that's what we're doing in this video today. This brand called VBT reached out to me. They are like an Amazon storefront. They sent me this whole kit that has 2 different rolls of boob tape, which I have always wanted to try. We'll get into that in a minute. They also sent me 2 different types of nipple covers and a double-sided tape that's supposed to just help like keep your clothing in place. All things I've always wanted to try. I have tried nipple covers in the past and they did not work for me. It was from a completely different Amazon seller. I honestly don't even remember the brand because this was like years ago, but I had gotten a silicone pair and you could just see it. And it was not a good look. The reason that I was so excited is because it is summer and obviously we're wearing a lot of clothes that show a little bit more skin, and there are certain pieces of clothes that simply don't work with a bra. And a lot of times, like with the tank top I'm wearing right now, it is super compressive and it has a built-in bra, and that's pretty much the only way that I feel comfortable going braless. I have a lot of insecurities about the girlies, and it's also like a sensory thing. Not gonna lie, that it's just not comfortable to go braless. So I'm really hoping that some of these things work out for me. I'm very on the fence about the nipple covers. I don't know. I feel like it depends on like your boob shape and everything like that, but I will definitely give an honest review of how they feel, how they look. I do have very high hopes for the boob tape. I've always wanted to try this, especially for things like backless dresses, or again just dresses that like don't really work with a bra. So they sent me 2 different rolls. They sent the black and nude. There's just so many different ways that you can use boob tape, and I obviously won't be able to do like a full-on tutorial because I would clearly get demonetized, but they send like this whole little pamphlet that shows all the different ways that you can use the boob tape. It's truly pretty incredible. A little bit about the boob tape. I'll read some of this stuff off to you guys. It's latex free and hypoallergenic, made of 95% cotton and 5% spandex. I was right. It works on any bust size. It's breathable, waterproof, and strongly adhesive. And it also gives some instructions on how to remove it. It says to take a bath while wearing the tape and gently pull it off. It has to be loosened by moisture. You could also use like baby oil or olive oil. If you have sensitive skin, be very careful with this product. I do have very sensitive skin, but I know there are things like Sanoderm, like when I get tattoos, that's an adhesive that I peel off, and as long as you're careful and gentle and do it underwater, it should be perfectly fine. Honestly, I can't think of like a whole lot of clothes off the top of my head that I feel like I need to go braless and can't, but I will definitely pull some things out of my closet. I've already got this pink tank top. This is so cute and I totally can wear it on its own, but I'm gonna try the nipple covers with this because it's not super compressive or anything like that. But for some of the fancier clothing that I own, for example, this dress was the first thing that I could think of that I absolutely cannot wear a bra with because it is backless. It has all these really cool cutouts that hit right where my bra does, so there is no way to wear a bra. And this, I feel like for one, I definitely need more support because I don't fill it out like perfectly, and for 2, this is also something that I would need to use the double-sided tape for, just so that I know it's not going anywhere. With the kind of like wrap style in the front, it's a little risky. So this is what I'm going to be wearing to try out both the boob tape and the double-sided tape. But we're going to start off easy with the nipple covers. So I will show a before and after. I will be right back. As you can see, I really don't get any sort of support in this top at all. So there's actually 2 different types of nipple covers in this package. I've only ever tried the silicone ones, and they did send me a pair of the silicone ones, but in comparison to the ones I've tried, these feel so much thinner. So I really hope that it covers everything I need it to cover and doesn't show underneath this top. This is a very thin material. It is not forgiving in the slightest, which is why I thought this would be the perfect one to try out. But I'll show some better like B-side clips over top of this as well to give you guys a really good before and after. But let's go ahead and throw these bad boys on. They just are very, very, very sticky on the back, and you just obviously place them right over. I'll probably also try out these in this video too. These are like the pedal kind, which I've never tried this type of nipple cover before. These are a bit thicker, so I'm a little worried about them showing underneath of my tank top, but we'll see. Okay, I am surprisingly really impressed. When I first put them on, I was like, I don't know. And then I put my tank top back on, and like, I don't think you can literally see these at all. Like, the other ones that I've tried showed like a clear ring and it was not cute. But this actually feels really good, and they're super comfortable. I wouldn't even know that they're there, which is kind of crazy. Not to be TMI, but I'm very sensitive. And the fact that these aren't bothering me and I can't even feel them is actually kind of crazy. So the quality is very, very good. But of course, you know, the nipple covers don't offer support or anything like that. It just smooths everything over. But these are really, really nice, and I could see them coming in handy, especially for wearing something that's maybe a little more sheer. I'm gonna throw on a white top really quickly just so that we can see how it looks and make sure that with something a little more sheer that it's not like crazy visible, and then we'll go ahead and try these. So I just threw on this little white slip dress. Obviously slip dresses can be very sheer, and just with white in general, you know, I wanted to see how it would do. And I will say, I think maybe it's like the type of material that it is like clinging to it a little bit, but like I honestly don't feel like it's the most noticeable. I think because they are like nude, you really can't tell. Okay, I'm gonna try my best to not flash you. I was actually so nervous about taking these off because I wasn't sure if it was like the boob tape where it would be a lot more adhesive. These stuck on incredibly well, but it did not hurt at all to take off. Like literally wasn't even uncomfortable. And look at that, you can place the plastic back on and keep reusing these. Let's see with these. Oh, very sticky. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can apply this on camera. This has got to be one of the wildest videos I've ever filmed. Okay, you can definitely see that one through this, but what I will say is that if you have something that's a little bit of a thicker material, I feel like this one would be a better option maybe than the silicone ones if you need a little more protection, because this one does have like a little bit of padding to it, which is nice. You are not going to be flashing anybody your nips, you know what I mean? That was it for the two nipple covers. I honestly do really like both of them, like genuinely. I would say the silicone ones are a little bit better. They're definitely my preferred one, but these are great too. It just depends on like what you want. I feel like this is a very, you know, personal preference sort of thing. Let's see about taking this one off. This one's a bit spicier. Hold please. Okay, I got it off. I just went very, very slow with it, but I will say those were a lot more adhesive than the silicone ones. Like the sticky stuff was just a lot stronger, but I can say that taking both of them off, and even like back to back the way that I just did, it left no residue at all, which was really, really nice because I was a little bit worried about that. Now next up is gonna be the boob tape. I don't know which color I should go with. I guess it doesn't really matter. I think I'll go ahead and try the black just since this is a dark dress. Just from looking at it, you see this one right there where it's just like you take it from the bottom and definitely lift, but I think I can get away with sticking it to about like there where the dress cuts off. I'm gonna have to try the dress on and figure out, you know, where it will be covered. Luckily my boobs are definitely on the smaller side, so I can get away with something that doesn't need like a ton of support all the way up to the shoulders for it to, you know, shape them nicely. But I am definitely interested to see how much I can lift them and just make them look good, you know what I mean? Okay friends, we're back. I needed to put the dress on to really be able to see, but as you can see, this is the situation. The boobies are sagging, which is totally okay. Nothing wrong with that at all. I don't want to be spreading any sort of negative body image on here whatsoever, because all boobies are good boobies. As you can see, this is a very plunging neckline, and a lot of the tutorials I was seeing for the best support is to put a band like underneath. So think of it like a bra that is acting as like underwire. I mean, this is not a tutorial. This is my first time ever doing this. It's definitely a first impressions video. If you want to see a tutorial, there's lots of good options. But it seems like for the main support, you know, you want to put it underneath to lift, and then you also want to have pieces come down on the sides to really like push forward and create some good cleavage. But again, this is a very plunging neckline, so I think if I were to put anything underneath, you would just be able to see that right there. So I'm gonna have to stick with doing it this way. So I think what I'm gonna do is cut a few strips to go like right here and, you know, lift this way. And I'm also gonna put some that go a little more out on the sides and kind of pull like inwards. Take a strip and you measure it out on where you want it to be. But a tip that I learned is that you want to cut it a little bit smaller, because you are gonna stretch this tape a lot. If you really stretch it and get it like as taut as possible, that's how you're gonna get the best results. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut one strip, I think about like that long. I'm gonna go ahead and take some before shots and apply these off camera, and then I will come back and we'll talk about the results happening here. I'm actually really excited and my hopes are high, so let's do this. Because this was my first time ever applying boob tape, I did not do the best job. This one is just like not wanting to hold, because that first piece I did, I had to like take it off and back on really quick a few times, and also just my application in general I think could have been a lot better, but like this one's feeling secure. Overall, I would say if you are a little more experienced with using boob tape, or if you're willing to like give yourself a little bit of trial and error with it, which I am definitely willing to do, because not having to wear a bra and feeling this like secure and held up, getting the shape that I want, is awesome. So I definitely just need to try it a few more times, get the hang of it, maybe try it with a top that would be easier to like create the right kind of support for me, versus something that's like such a deep plunge where it's like so easy for it to be visible. And the double-sided tape is working really good. That is on there, so that's really awesome. So to go ahead and just like wrap up my review, I would definitely give this stuff a solid like 8 or 9 out of 10. I don't really have anything to compare it to, you know, boob tape wise. I've never tried any other boob tape before, so I don't know how much better or worse it is than like a different brand, but I think that this is a really great and very affordable option. I mean, you can get it on Amazon, which is super easy and convenient. So if you'd like to try it out, I would definitely recommend. I will have the link to this exact product down below. I just need to figure out how to use it a little bit better, but nipple covers, boob tape, double-sided tape, all of it is great. Very, very good quality. I will put on the screen and update you guys how it does on my very, very sensitive skin. I'm gonna hop in the bath to take this off, because there's no way I'll be able to take it off without doing that. The instructions are very real. Make sure you're careful so that you don't tear your skin. Especially the boobies are sensitive, you know, that is some very thin and looser skin, so you don't want to mess around with that. I do overall think boob tape is a very awesome option for women and people with breasts to be able to go braless, because sometimes even a strapless bra isn't the option, and those have honestly really not ever worked for me anyways. They never stay up and they're just not comfortable. So maybe I haven't found the right strapless bra, but again, even with something like this, I would not be able to wear that because the whole back of it is completely open. I think that's about all I have to say about this product. Again, make sure you check all the links below. Make sure you are following me everywhere else, and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from me. But I will see you very, very soon. I love you guys so much. Bye.